So, hello and welcome to session 20 of the Fever Swamp. Um, Telgan's not here yet, but he will be joining us soon. The rest of us are going to begin. Uh, who wants to recap what happened last time?
We gained levels.
Yes, you did. Or some
On
of you
our
did.
journey home, we totally did not leave Bort to die at Mama's healing house. We will definitely look after him for us, and absolutely won't be returning to us. Was it Bort?
Yes, it was Bort.
It was Bort. All right. Killjack, in the meantime, received a zombie version of his missing leg that was removed by a croc, also from Mama. If we wind up with the Bort zombie brain back, we'll have gotten what's coming to us. After we made it home, we wrote some letters, made some noise, because along the way we've been greeted by a group of people who are locals who aren't faceless ones, but are like expat faceless ones who talk and don't do faceless stuff. And they're very worried about this tsunami of corpses crashing around the swamp, murdering everyone. We're worried about that too. We're hoping to come up with some way to deal with it. But in the meantime, while we wait for a response from the Pope of Primus or whoever in his organization decides they don't need to escalate that letter out and can respond to it themselves, we are going to be taking an expedition, fill some holes in our map surrounding the Corpse, deal with the Catoblepass that our local shaman was very concerned that we deal with, and make our way home to do some last mapping around Clank. Very casual, business-focused trip, at least in principle.
Until everything goes wrong. I'm assuming.
That won't happen.
I mean, you're the one who gets to make that decision, so...
Well, I mean, to a certain extent, I roll all my dice in front of you.
Do you, though?
I do. I mean, I have a little bit of control in, how I frame the encounters that get rolled. But.
Oh, I'll keep an eye out. I hadn't noticed your encounter table rolls before.
Oh, actually, those are private, but they are on the recording.
Well, I'm going to continue to not cheat.
Right, so if you were looking at the recording right now, you would know that I've already rolled what will be the first encounter if you head out into the swamp, which I tend to do ahead of time so I can kind of get the, cogs turning. So if you're looking at the recording right now, you'll see over in the chat log that there's a GM roll that tells me what their first encounter will be.
Most of what you'll see is a window containing Monster Super League, though.
No, because that isn't on the recording.
Okay, that's probably for the best.
Because I'm not recording the whole screen. I got little mini windows set up that's capturing certain things. It's all very, very precise and organized, and not just capturing my whole screen. Anyway, so yeah, you've returned to Clink. It's you spoke with the priest. Priest Nicholas, that's his name. I was gonna say Nathaniel, but that's wrong. It's Nicholas. And yes, so you've replenished your supplies, and you have a day of rest to get your long rest. So, other than buying your new supplies, is there anything anyone wants to do while in town? Or what is it that each one of you is doing for this day of rest? Excuse me.
I think I said last time I bought an extra water skin, and that was the sum total of my my equipment needs once I realized my mistake there. So think I'm good.
So, Philsticker, how are you spending your day of rest?
Hmm.
Oh, well, Sala, thanks on an out of character note. I did take a feat. I took Resilient for Wisdom.
Good, good. So that gives you proficiency in wisdom saving throws and +1 wisdom?
Mhm.
Good. You will be slightly harder to drive insane now.
Yep, and now just as good as Ixa at the survival stuff.
Good, good. You have made the kobold redundant.
It's okay, we need two of those people.
Not when you have a ranger. But,
Well, one of them can die.
okay, sure. So now you have a spare. So yes, Philsticker.
Right. So I guess it would make sense for him to try to visit Elowick.
Mm-hmm. So you go to the little goblin hut that they have established, and you hear the sounds of strange alchemy going on inside.
Ew, alchemy. Uh, uh, hmm. He knocks politely on the door that no one will hear.
Mm-hmm. Nothing happens. He knocks louder.
uh, let's see, what would be the more goblinish thing to do? Knocking louder or just opening the door, shouting, and then shutting it again?
I think the more goblin-ish thing would be to just, open the door.
That might be. Yeah, okay. Philsticker just opens the door.
All right, so you open the door and you walk inside. You see the old goblin man is like hunched over some grimoire, reading while there's some like alchemical mess going on as uh, things are um, uh, things are boiling and bubbling and cooking and letting off noxious fumes that probably should be under a fume hood, but are very clearly not. Um, and he's got his arcanist goggles on, and Eliwick is standing there off to one side, like several feet away, outside of the fumes. Um, and she turns and says, "Oh, Philsticker, I thought you were dead."
Only almost, he says as he walks in,
Oh,
an amputee.
what happened to your arm?
Yeah, I had to shoot it off. It wasn't good anymore.
What?
Filled with worms.
Uh, uh, corpse worms?
Yes, I should have known better.
You should have known better. What are you doing touching corpses?
It
Don't you
might
know
have
what
had...
setting you live in?
Right, it's D&D.
Ah,
Yeah. I should have learned my lesson from that. But I just didn't think that he would subject me to that.
yes.
Damned worms.
Damn worms indeed. Um,
I'm going to keep my eye out for another arm. I found a terrifying old hag who will put it back on.
oh, well, I suppose that is one option. Um, my father could maybe tinker up something interesting if, I mean, he would want to be compensated, but I could ask him for you.
I don't know how well would that last in the swamp.
Will The apparatus lasts pretty well. Holds up pretty well.
Ghostiker looks for the apparatus, trying to find a rusty heap of shit somewhere in the room.
There is a bronze barrel over on one corner.
Oh, right, it was bronze.
I mean, it's grimy and dirty, but it's not destroyed.
Oh shit, that's true. Ghostiker stares at it and tries to scratch his chin, but he doesn't have an arm to do that with because he's still holding the door with his existing arm. So, really, he just waves his stub around. Actually, no, he scratches his face with his stub. It's a very difficult movement. Right, bronze. Now he's going back and forth in his head because he was having a fantasy. He was having a fantasy that he'd find another mean lock and paralyze it and then drag it back to Mama's healing house and like, I want this arm.
Well, that would be something you could do as well.
Yeah.
Or instead, you can't do both. But...
He asks her, could I take the arm back off?
I mean, depends what you mean by take it off. I mean, with a cleaver, perhaps.
No.
I mean, well, you took the last arm off, didn't you?
Right, but, not... I mean, like, if it was held on with a strap or something.
I don't know. I think I'm not sure if you'd be able to control it without some sort of integration. It might be doable with the right spell.
Well, you could just put a plug in the back of my head, and then you could run a wire to it, and blah, blah, blah.
A wire? I don't know. Now you're using the wrong sort of technology.
I'm sorry, I don't know what's going on here.
You could just attach it by a nerve or something.
Yeah, tear the nerve out later. Yeah, no, I know. He's trying to... I'm trying to get something they don't want to give him. Ghostiker seriously considers getting a mechanical arm. But at the same time, that's not what he wants. He wants to be a swamp goblin. He wants to be perfect and beautiful in the eyes of the swamp. He wants to find the scumboggle that died of natural causes and use its arm. Like, just died of natural causes right outside of the door of Mama's healing hut. And only the brain is dead.
Technically speaking, us bludgeoning it is natural causes.
Right, you do it while Filstiker's hiding behind a bush. And the scumboggle never sees him. Yes, and he never sees the scumboggle and goes, whoa, what happened to this?
It died of spontaneous brain explosion.
Mama, mama, mama!
You don't want a scumboggle arm. They're cool and all, but like their arm doesn't do anything special. It would just be like grafting a green child arm to yourself. And now you have to keep it wet at all times, or else the skin all dries out uncomfortably.
Right, he'd much rather have the mean lock's arm. Yeah. All the eggs he can eat. I think there's something else I must do with this stump.
Eliwick shrugs.
I have plans.
So, are you going to be in town long?
Oh yes, the whole day. We could go to one of the fine swamp restaurants.
She laughs because there are no restaurants. But I suppose we can go over to Daniel's and buy something nice to eat. That's and something to drink. That sounds nice. And you could tell me about everything else that happened on your trip and where you're going next.
Yes. And the series of pumps I wish to build. Yes.
Series of pumps.
Yes, to continuously drain a hole in the swamp somewhere where I will put my new pit. He looks at her.
Building a pit in the swamp, doesn't that seem to be asking for flooding?
That's why there are pumps.
Well, we'll have to look over the design for that later.
Yes, wonderful. That would be very pleasant.
So Philsticker and Eliwick go and they buy some, cheese and candy from, or whatever it is goblins like, from Daniel.
From candy.
And some human booze, and they go and they have a pleasant time doing whatever goblins do on a date.
He shows her a tree.
She shows you her walking goblin lighter and tries to set the tree on fire, but it's too wet.
A man from Nilfenburg took my goblin lighter away.
Did you kill him?
Did we take his goblin lighter away?
I don't know, did you let him keep it?
I honestly thought we did.
Oh, okay. He shows her his goblin lighter. He whispers, "Don't tell anyone I have this."
Yeah. So, do you tell Eliwick that your next objective is to slay a Catoblepass?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. That sounds adventurous and manly.
When you
I
mention
wear its skin like a coat.
Please don't. I hear they smell terrible. But if you do manage to slay it, you should bring my father its eyes. I'm sure he'll pay you for them. They're a very rare, but potent source of magic.
Oh my! He rubs his remaining eye. I could also take them to that old hag.
I don't know if that would be a wise decision, but
I give one to you, put one in my other socket,
yes. Well, I can assure you that if you bring them undamaged to my father, he will pay you. But if you have other uses for them, then of course. Do as you will.
Oh, well, wait a minute. Okay, how much are they worth?
Well, I mean, it's hard to say. There's not exactly a huge supply. So
I
there's
understand.
quite a lot of fluctuation in how much they'll go for. But I know he previously paid someone over 250 gold for a set.
Oh my! What does he do with them?
Well, he's trying to work on he's trying to weaponize he's trying to make his own version of the Kotovapath's death rays. It hasn't quite worked yet, but
Oh, I understand. That's why I wanted them too.
yes. But if if he had more, he would take another attempt at it, I'm sure. So he will probably pay you.
Okay, that sounds wonderful. Filster reviews mentally. I guess I should actually tell my friends this time. Then they won't be mad for some reason. He also shows her his undead skull that he's kept.
She thinks it's very amusing. And it's funny how it tries to bite at her finger.
When I leave it on a floating piece of cork, it always points in the same direction. I have no idea why. Or it always chatters the most when I point it in this direction. I have no idea that's why.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, that's enough date.
Yes. So, while that is going on, Kildrak, how are you spending your day off?
Um, I know that he went and got scale mail and bought some of that.
That probably took him most of the day.
Yeah,
Mm.
all the bartering and stuff. Sold off his old hide armor,
Mm-hmm.
and picked up some new spells from the ether. I guess. I assume that
He's been
whatever
practicing.
process. Yeah, sure. But I mean, I guess probably just mostly getting as drunk as he possibly can.
Mm. All right. What new spells did you get?
I got a cantrip mage hand.
Hmm?
I wasn't really like super enthralled by any of the options that I have, and lesser restoration.
Cool. Oh, Philsticker, go ahead and take inspiration back.
Yay!
Yes. So, we'll come back to port. Lucas, is Lucas doing anything of note on his day of rest?
I think he's spending the entire day working with Father. I can't remember his name.
Nicholas.
Father Nicholas on
Santa
our
Claus.
letter. Every word has to be perfect, and the calligraphy needs to be good. So we're just sitting beneath a mound of crumpled papers with a few like tacked up to the wall, looking over things. Really getting this letter right
Very
in
good.
a way that only nerdy professionals could.
Mm-hmm. Good. Quarandir,
Yes.
how's Quarandir spending this day of rest?
Restocking up on some supplies.
Mm-hmm.
And let's see here. Restocking up supplies, having beverages, inquiring if anybody knows where he can challenge a very large croc.
Okay. I'll answer that question in a moment, but my first question is both Kildrak and Quarandir said that they were drinking. So my question is, are our dwarfs drinking together or separate and alone?
The bar's pretty small. I assume we're at least like adjacent.
Thought there was no bar. This is the kind of town where you have to buy your liquor and then just go home with it.
I thought there was like only a bar as.
No,
Is there not
there
one?
is no bar, but there's just Daniel's General Store, and also you can drink in front of Jason's house.
Right.
The General Store is also like has rooms upstairs, but there's not like a tavern situation. But
Mm,
Daniel sells
I-
alcohol, and he doesn't mind if you drink it in the street. So that's kind of like, whenever you guys say the bar, I just assume that you're standing outside of, in front of the general store, like sitting on the porch with the oversized set of checkers that they have at Cracker Barrel,
yeah, that makes sense.
sitting in the rocking chairs.
Definitely sitting somewhere, probably like with either alone or where there's average swamp peoples to talk to them about where's good hunting and where's a giant croc.
Yeah. So if you when you talk to them about hunting, well, they mostly say things that are within the places you've mapped. You know, within like everything that's like within half a day a clink, somewhere they can go out and fish, or kill a bird or something, and then come back and be back in time for dinner. You know. But when you start asking about a giant croc, oh, they start telling you tales. They start telling you, uh, oh, there's a lot of big crocs in the swamp. I've seen all kinds, you know, um, but there's one that is far and away an entirely different sort of beast. We just call him Hunger, the croc. Um,
Hunger.
yeah. Some people say that there's a spirit bound into him, and it's made him grow huge and mad and evil. Uh, and the only thing he cares about is to eat. And he's enormous, largest croc you've ever seen.
Sounds like a challenge.
I saw him take down a whole canoe in one bite. Just tore it in half.
One canoe.
Killed 3 men.
That would make my ancestors proud. Yeah.
And you'd be doing the people a favor.
So whereabouts is the croc, this croc Hunger normally at?
He mostly stays in the eastern part of the swamp. South of here. You know, the the eastern swamp, going up and down the side there, up and down the east side. He's only a few times come this far north. Mostly, if you stay around here, you won't see him. He lives pretty far out.
Hmm. All right. Heard words of a croc in the east a couple times now, so I think I know where, when I'm ready to go challenge this thing. I think I know where I want to go.
If you kill him, you oughta bring him back here. I'd like to see it and see it dead.
Hmm. I'd like to see it dead too. By my doing, I mean.
Yes.
And then Grumpy Mountain. Mm-hmm. Yep. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And then go back to rocking and just drinking.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. So, yes. So Ixa is mysteriously gone. Stelgan still hasn't joined us. But it's the next day. It's the next day, and you're heading out You're heading out.
I think so.
Yep.
Alright.
Doesn't sound like anyone's got any reason to stay even longer.
Okay. So, as you are sitting there, or as you are getting into your boats, you see something coming out of the swamp on a very makeshift raft, pushed along by like a branch from a tree. You see your friend Bort. Bort looks, well, he's standing, so that's better than he was looking. But he looks very pale and a little sickly still. But he's coming out of from the west, so from the direction of Mama's Healing House into town.
Hello! Lucas will call out from the docks and wave.
Bort will wave back.
How are you feeling?
Could be better. I haven't been able to hold my water down.
Right, well, do you need to spend some time here and think?
No, I should be fine. Just, Mama said I'd be okay.
Lucas parses his lips and evaluates the dwarf.
Well, he's kind of pale, but he's standing and carrying himself well.
Have
Probably
you
just undead all over.
managed to drink water successfully today?
Not really.
We really should spend another day here then. Besides, you've only just arrived. If we turned around and went straight back to Mama's, could come off as indecisive. All the better to procrastinate.
We can boil a pot of water and put him in it. He'll be healthy again.
A bath, that's a splendid idea, Philsticker.
So you prepare for Bort a hot bath. I assume he takes a hot bath. And
Yes.
and
As-
gets all that swamp grime off. And you spend another day lounging around Clink. Everyone pay like a couple of silver pieces or something. And yeah. So
I got a question.
yes.
I was thinking about it. You know, might like is there a possibility of finding some studded leather armor?
Yeah. If you have the gold, you can buy that in town.
Got the gold.
Then go for it.
All right. Thank you.
So Bort. As the day goes on, Bort's getting really thirsty.
Bort will buy some beer. And drink it.
And what happens with that?
It doesn't stay down.
So, Gildrak, Corinder, I assume that you're spending another day sitting on the porch and drinking and communicating however dwarves do.
It's mostly a series of grunts.
Right. But over the course of like 10 years, they'll have probably said hello.
Yeah.
But this kid, Bort, he comes out and he just like takes a few he's like looking at this thing of beer and he's looking at it like it doesn't look good to him or something. And he takes a few sips and gags on it and spits it back out.
That ain't right.
Man, something is really wrong with him. Dwarf can't hold his beer? Mm-mm.
At this stage, Lucas would like to take him to the church, be seen by the local cleric.
Oh god, that's a bad sign. I know it makes sense in like a D&D world where clerics can heal diseases, but otherwise it's like, well, we're writing this one off.
I mean,
Yeah, you had a good run, Bort. You got a level and everything.
I was gonna slap a restoration on him, but if you want to take him to the church, that's fine.
Well, why don't we start with you if you think you can? If you think that's a good use of your time, I will respect your authority on religious magics. Lucas stammered.
Yeah, I'm gonna drop a lesser restoration on him. See if that does anything.
Okay. Can you plop up the description of lesser restoration?
Yeah.
Let's see. Right. Okay. So you so what does it look like when you cast lesser restoration, Gildrak?
I think that it's gonna be kind of strange because his focus is his battle axe.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, I imagine he walks up to
Which,
Bort.
by the way, you had turned into like a an instrument, right? Like, so your battle axe is now literally an axe.
Right. Yeah, I forgot about that. Yes.
It's now a guitar.
Yes.
Yes.
Definitely. So I take that. I've got that in one on my belt or back, or I don't actually know how I carry that. Anyways, but I go up to Bort and just sort of like put a hand on him, and then I have to pull out the battle axe while I'm doing that, which I'm sure freaks someone out in the vicinity. And I think that like the battle axe glows lightly, and then sort of a shimmer of light sort of falls down on and around Bort.
Mm-hmm. And as the magic washes over him, you get the feeling that there is nothing here for the lesser restoration to act on. And then the magic passes away.
Okay, well, Lucas, I guess it's your turn.
Right. Well,
Nothing happened.
that's unsettling. I'm sure that it's unlikely that the church will be able to help, but you do understand I would like to cover our bases.
Does Bort acquiesce to this plan?
Borsch acquiesces. You can't drink beer anymore. This is like the most terrible thing.
So, as you're walking like along some of the bridges in the town, Bort, you're so thirsty. You're dying for a drink, and just anything to quench your thirst. You'd be happy with water if you could keep it down. and as you're walking over these bridges, you see you look down at the the murky green swamp water, and you think, you know, I'm so thirsty I could even drink that, and and you're overcome with the desire to try.
And flashbacks.
I guess I will just duck down and start scooping up water.
So Lucas, you notice that Kildrek Bort has stopped following you, and you turn around, and he's like hanging over the side, like reaching down and like scooping up handfuls of swamp water and drinking it.
Lucas is going to try to stop him. He's going to be all, what are you doing? That can't possibly be the right course of action. You're clearly delirious. He'll just swat at his hands when he goes for the water, and Balearica will make angry crane noises at him and stomp.
You know, well, whatever he gets in his mouth manages to go down. So.
Yeah. So even you get some in your mouth before Lucas is like, you know, getting in your way, and you swallow it, and it's the first bit of liquid that you've had since you woke up, that hasn't made you immediately gag. But Lucas is still trying to stop you.
Well, I mean, Lucas doesn't really know what to make of that, but as a general rule of thumb, drinking the swamp water is bad, and he's sticking with that. At least for now.
He's resisting the call of the swamp, Bort. You have to destroy him. Says the tiny Filsticker inside of your brain.
I would rather just drink right now, thank you. Bort will continue to try to drink.
Then Lucas will sigh and go and fetch the cleric. Tell him what's going on, and then he needs to come out here.
Mm-hmm. So it's gonna take Lucas like a minute to get or two to get there, and like get Nicholas.
Well, he's not gonna like wrestle Bort down. That's not gonna happen.
Right.
He did what he could.
Yeah. So Bort, you quench your thirst with filthy swamp water. Roll a Constitution saving throw with advantage. Okay. So you down it and suffer no ill effects. And you feel quenched. And Nicholas follows Lucas. And you return. What's going on?
He sees Bort probably still drinking nasty ass swamp water. Like it's the best thing in the world.
What are you doing? Stop that! You'll kill yourself. That's filthy. Disease-ridden.
It's the only thing I can drink.
Poor
Yes,
boy must
well,
be
maybe
possessed.
let the cleric have a look at you and see if Father Nicholas can fix that before you get sick again and have to go through this again.
He will finish drinking and wipe the nasty ass grime off of his face.
Mhm. He's got like some green algae, like all in his beard now. Mustache.
It's
That-
the oddest case. He contracted a strange psychic illness, similar to what we've seen deeper into the swamp. Unfortunately, we were farther from the village of the Faceless Ones. We were forced to leave him with Mama from Mama's healing house a bit to the west of here.
The witch?
And yes, that's her. And she seems to have returned in this condition, unable to drink. Restoration spell was not effective. Well, a lesser restoration spell. We don't really know what to make of it.
Well, my guess would be that he is I see two possibilities. Either he's possessed. I will leave that to your ability to ascertain other changes in his personality. Judge that. Or he is suffering from some sort of curse, which would require much stronger magic to undo.
Well,
Or
this is fairly typical of Bort's courage. Lucas will put diplomatically. I don't believe we're dealing with a possession.
then a curse.
Well, I suppose I'm as equipped as anyone to begin researching how to accommodate that. It may take some time. If anyone who's able to lift curses passes through Clink, do let them know of our difficulty, please.
I certainly shall.
Thank you. I suppose then we had best depart.
Nicholas bids you farewell, and yes. So you're going to depart into the swamp now?
Any objections?
No.
Nope, it sounds good to me.
At least the
But
swamp
also, I
has
have no
plenty
idea
of
what's going
swamp
on.
water.
Mm-hmm. On the plus side, this means that you don't have to give Bort water anymore.
Truly, this is a blessing.
Right, so speaking of that, what happened exactly while I was away?
Hello, Telgan. Bort's back, but he's weird and cursed now and can't keep anything down
Except swamp water.
except swamp water.
Okay. And that seems to be sustaining him okay?
Well, aside from the constant threat of disease, yes. But he's got
I see, okay.
But he's got advantage on it, so that's helpful.
Okay.
Also, you missed Filsticker going on a date with Eliwick.
I don't
Okay,
recommend
that
it.
sounds interesting.
You showed her a tree.
Really, both of them were a little awkward about it. Filsticker didn't really put himself out there. Eliwick didn't really know what to make of it. They both could have done with a lot more alcohol, or at least some kind of a plan for something fun to do.
At least you didn't bite her.
She's a goblin. That might have been more effective.
Well, I mean,
you
it's
know,
also the first date. You don't expect anything like that to happen. This is the tryout date for.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Save the biting for second date.
And then the third date, the eggs.
I don't think goblins come from eggs.
I assume we steal some eggs and then
Oh.
make them into goblin eggs, and then they hatch. Steal an elf's egg or something.
Elves definitely do not lay eggs.
Now Filster has to reconsider everything he was taught about the reproductive process.
Okay, so if you're heading out, I see orange lines and I see purple lines. Which one is the path going out, and which one was your intended path coming back?
Orange is our path out. Purple has already been modified to account for the missing days, so we'll still get back a couple of days before we expect the Pope's messenger.
Sure. Okay. What are you doing, Filsticers? You've conjured a dismal swamp?
It was a very powerful spell.
You're not high enough level to do that yet, but one day. One day. So okay. So you're heading to Mama's healing house, moving at a very fast pace through very well mapped terrain. So I need a navigation check from your navigator, and if someone wants to forage for food and water along the way, they may do so as well.
What's the weather?
I shouldn't need to roll that. It is overcast. Light rain.
This is an Ixa job.
Technically, it doesn't matter anymore since Silas's wisdom has improved. But
Oh yeah, then yeah, this is just a Silas job from here on out.
unless
Ixa is retired.
unless Ixa also hit level 4 and now has even more better wisdom, but I don't know if that's the case.
I'll just forage this time.
Yeah, I do need
Not
to check
quite
that
20.
though.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't think I increased. I did hit level 4, but I don't think my wisdom modifier increased.
Well, what did you do with your your level 4 thing? Did you take a feat?
No, I did put it into attributes, but I can't remember which two. I don't think wisdom was one of them though.
Okay. That's fine then. Yes, so you acquire food for the entire party, so you don't have to mark off any food. Silas catches a giant catfish.
Just like grabbing it, like you see in
Okay.
that one TV
And
show.
it's like 6
As
water.
big as his arm, and his arm is massive. And yes, and water for everyone who isn't Bort. And Bort drinks more swamp water in front of all of you. Throughout the day.
That ain't right.
Yeah.
So we should change up the canoe order a little bit.
Okay.
So I think that the positioning of everyone is fine, but we might want Karandir's canoe to be the undead canoe, because then it can move without him taking an action, and he doesn't have anyone to row. Otherwise, the boats can all row. But everyone's positioning is quite solid. We'd still want him in the back.
So just swap the Killtrack and Ixa canoe with the Corandir canoe?
Yeah, canoe 3 up the front, undead canoe 1 in the rear.
If no one objects to that, it is done. So Gorandir, you've got zombies under your boat now.
I'm uncomfortable.
But the zombies do what you tell them to do.
It doesn't make me any more like, comfort. Undead.
At least they're properly crucified to this boat and can't claw at you as much as they want to. But all right. Silas and Kildrak, give me some perception checks. With
Okay.
disadvantage because you're going fast.
Oh no. Let's see. Perception.
Roll better than I did.
Well, I
Don't get us killed, you bastard.
Oh, no.
Okay. Silas, odds or evens?
Evens. Oh
Alright.
no. Or maybe good, I don't know.
Well, that means that you lost. So yes, bad for you. So Silas, as you are making your way, I'm gonna need a wisdom saving throw from you.
I prepared for this.
Yes, you did.
Huzzah!
No, Ugh.
You prepared, but the dice don't care. The dice are fickle. So a 6 does not succeed. So, oh, actually you do get advantage on this roll. I'm sorry.
Oh, okay. That's good then.
Or, how should I translate that actually? Could it just be a lower DC? I'm sorry, I'm translating mechanics from a different system.
That's fair.
It's a save versus magic with a +3 bonus.
Mm.
Okay, but I need to set the DC, so I guess that would just be a lower DC.
Yeah, I mean,
yeah.
well, if it's around the middle of the range, +3 is a fairly good indicator for getting advantage, but
Yeah.
it's not exactly the same, so just lower the DC by 3, I would say.
Right. Okay. So,
Which means I fail. I'm almost certain.
yeah. Yeah. Because as you were going over, you glance down into the water, and you catch you catch a glimpse of a human woman in the water, ghostly but beautiful, and she beckons you close, and you fall off the boat, and she wraps her arms around you.
Oh no.
And 3 crocodiles immediately start swimming away, splashing into the water from off the shore towards where you have fallen.
To save you.
For some very weird definition of save.
They've come in to tell me the good word.
They're going to send you right to your family,
No,
right to your ancestors.
I have things
Nature
left
has
to
come
do
to
yet.
correct its debt.
But everyone can roll initiative now, please.
I think Lucas is trying to figure out if this is related to the curse before he does anything.
Oh wow, I didn't do too bad. Oh, Exa did really good. Were you were just on your phone for Discord, Togen? But you had like your laptop for Roll20?
Yeah, it seems like the Wi-Fi here, for some reason, the RTC connection doesn't work. But it works fine over the phone.
That's weird. Yeah, because I was just wondering, like, if you're rolling, you can't be on it on mobile because Roll20 doesn't let you do anything useful on mobile, I think, unless you have Pro.
Yeah, I don't think so. I think they just have the, I guess, the protocol blocked on the firewall here. I'm not sure why.
I was gonna say, you in a hotel?
Yeah.
Yeah, some hotels, and are you're in a are you in like Sevierville area? Is that what it is?
Pigeon Forge.
Like Pigeon
It's
Forge?
Pigeon Forge, but yeah.
Yeah, so they probably have the protocols blocked, and they're trying to sell like a business class area. Like, come use this like little AP down in our little business center for an extra amount of money.
Yeah, now that you mention it, when you sign up for the internet, which there's a free version, but they offer like I think for $15 a day or something, there is an upgraded version here, and that probably does permit that.
Yeah, because it'll be like RTC and other things that allow like SIP and
VoIP.
VPN to work. Yep.
Yeah.
Just go into the router and change which ports are open because 90% chance they left it on the default username and password for the router.
That's
It's
true.
super illegal, don't
That is
do
true.
it, but it would work.
It is tempting to check now.
I guess the reading the Cyberpunk Pony CYOA is infecting my thoughts now. Welcome back.
And the Drowning Spirit gets initiative of 1. Okay. So, Ixa, you have 1 initiative. There are 3 crocs coming off from one side towards Silas. They'll be on him quickly.
Okay, where is Silas? Oh, is the positioning of the boats accurate?
No. Well, the position of the
Okay.
boats is, but Silas is off in the water.
Okay. What's the range to the Crocs then?
Um, 27 feet.
I do always get a kick out of how the scale of this map is such that the swamp is like 50 feet across if you use the measuring tool.
Okay, let's see. I think I will cast Shield of Faith on Silas then,
That's a good move.
which grants 2 bonus AC
You can do
for
that
10
at range?
minutes. 60 feet range, yeah.
Okay. Silas, you have been granted the Shield of Faith. So what does that look like?
Let's see. I imagine she just makes a gesture and then a semi-transparent field of, just a semi-translucent field of energy surrounds him. Not stylized like shields or anything, just kind of vaguely there until something strikes it.
Mm-hmm. All right. So, Silas, you were being hugged by this ghostly woman and held underwater.
Oh, well, that's nice. So what do I do? Presumably make more wisdom saves as I drown.
Yes, you're still charmed by her, so you'll need to succeed at a wisdom save before you can attempt to escape.
Yeah, somewhere in the back of Silas's mind, he starts to wonder if maybe this isn't a good situation.
Yes.
Nonsense.
But yeah, that thought stays deep in his unconscious mind. This is a very peaceful way to die
Yes.
compared to the rest of the swamp's offerings.
I can change her. She's not that bad. Yes. So the Crocs, they they arrive. They reach Silas, and they each go attempting to bite him in different ways as they swarm over him, in like a feeding frenzy.
Oh no.
Now you got the +2 AC from the Shield of Faith right now.
Yeah, so only one of those worked, but still.
Yeah. So you get nipped for that much damage, and one of the Crocs has gotten a grip on you,
Oh no.
on your left arm. On the plus side, you'll have advantage to realize that this is not a good relationship.
That's good.
Filstiger.
Okay. Oh boy, I wanted to
chow
croc
down on.
Oh wait, just one more thing. Did we stay in town long enough to get all our hit dice back and such?
I think so. Yeah, you took
Okay.
2 days.
Alright, cool.
It's like
Well,
half your hit dice per day of rest. Or is it?
Yeah.
is it
I just get it mixed up with like the harsh rules I use for STP, where it's like a long rest has to be a week vacation or whatever,
Mm.
and we're not doing that. It's just a night back in Clink.
No, it's not a night in Clink. It's a whole day.
Oh, a
off.
day of just resting.
Yeah. It's a day off instead of a week off. But yeah.
Okay. Alright, though, yeah, then I'm back up to 4 hit dice.
alright, so one crocodile was biting the shit out of him?
Yeah. Croc number 3 is biting the shit out of him, and Crocs 1 and 2 are trying to, but are being held off by this golden light of divine energy.
Wow, that's beautiful. I hate it. Alright.
Are you turning into a burning wheel orc?
No, I'm a goblin.
That's
Aren't they the same?
a job.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it's a life path for orcs, which is funny.
So it's incompatible, I can't do it. Okay, yeah. Alright, so the one that's bitten on to him,
Mm-hmm.
in case we can't, like, kill it before it starts killing him, I'll shoot a ray of enfeeblement at it.
Ooh, okay. So how's this work? You have to make a ranged spell attack. On a hit, the target only deals half damage with weapon attacks that use strength until the spell ends.
Oh wait, weapon attacks. Shit.
At the end of the target's next turn, well, it'll still half any damage it does. I will, obviously say that it's, bites and stuff count.
Okay.
Or if you've enfeebled it.
Bites are a natural weapon.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you still want to cast that?
Well, yeah, since it'll affect him. Oh wait, crocodiles probably have fantastic constitution. Oh well, whatever. Yeah, it's okay. I'll get it back. I'm just gonna click on Eldritch Blast because I don't have a generic entry for a spell attack,
Okay.
and that probably doesn't hit.
No, I don't think so. Yeah. Yeah, no. No luck. 12 doesn't hit.
Alright, so Filster blasts a ray of black energy, and it misses the crocodile.
Yes.
And he curses his spell slots. Okay. Quarandir. Shellbreaker. Man of many names. I'm sorry, dwarf of many names.
Yep. Let's see here. Do I have a sight on any of the crocs?
You have at least sufficient sufficient sight on it to attempt an attack, and therefore, due to your new sharpshooter feat, you have no penalty.
All right. I will take a shot at one of the crocs I can see. Like if I can see the one that attack, like that's actually
On him?
biting. Yep.
Yeah, you can.
Okay.
That is a hit.
Oh, forgot.
5 damage.
5 damage.
That's an injured croc, but not a dead croc.
Yeah, I forgot to declare that it was prey.
Bort. What you doing, Bort?
Bort is going to make a flying leap off of the boat and bash the assaulting croc's head in with his maul.
But you're gonna get in the water to do that?
Nobody accused him of being smart.
This is true.
This is part of the cycle of life for his lineage.
Okay then. So Bort abandons Canoe 6, jumping into the water and bringing down his maul on Croc 3. Give me an attack roll.
Fuck
Holy
yeah.
shit. Give me the damage. That's a crit, so... 15 damage. Okay. Tell me what happened to Croc 3 and why they are no longer a threat.
Well, Bort fucking leaps out of the boat, maul, both hands high in the air, swings it down as he comes down, and it just goes clean through the thing's, like, skull right where the brain is. Its eyes, like, explode out of its face as it basically gets cut in half at the neck.
And the jaws fly open and no longer closed around Silas's arm, and he's free, and the croc is dead. Good hit. Good hit, Bort. Killed
Bort to the...
Yeah, thank you.
That croc got aborted.
Oh no.
I'm sorry.
Are they all on? Are they like at the surface of the water?
Yes.
How far away are they?
From you, like, I mean, well, I'm assuming that your boats are to scale, so they're like 15 feet, between 10 and 15 feet.
Okay. Silas is still being all sorts of messed up.
Silas is still. Silas has not resurfaced since he just stepped off the boat into the croc-infested water.
It's not great.
It's not an ideal situation.
Can I do this? Oh, that does work. Hmm. I don't know if I want to burn a spell slot on that or not. How long does it take people to start drowning?
It does. It probably depends on if they have a chance to like catch their breath or if they're submerged by surprise. Which, in his case, he was definitely surprised. But I don't know the rule offhand, but I'll say his Constitution modifier in rounds.
Okay.
Since he was unable to like take a
Right.
deep breath before he jumped in.
Right. Okay. In that case, I'm not going to try to calm emotions on him yet. See
Okay.
if that's necessary in the future. I am, however, going to pull out the Pipes of Haunting as Usual.
Okay.
I
So
don't know if that'll work on a spirit, but guess we'll find out.
I posted rules for suffocation at least, which I think also covers drowning. I
I
didn't see a
think it would,
separate
yes.
section for it. Yeah.
Let's see. A creature can hold its breath for a number of minutes equal to 1 plus its constitution modifier, minimum 30 seconds. Creature runs out of breath or is choking, can survive for a number of rounds equal to its constitution modifier, minimum of 1. At the start of its next turn, it drops to 0 hit points and is dying. And it can regain hit points or be stabilized until it can breathe again.
So basically, exactly what you thought.
Yeah, yep. Although, since it goes straight to dying, it's a little more harsh than I thought. That meant that if, like, you pushed, Lucas off a dock, he would immediately die. Or, well, not necessarily.
Yeah,
die.
if he'd been exhaling, yeah, he'd get a lung full of water the minute he was under there, and you would pass out. It's true, but I think it's supposed to be one full round. So I think the idea would be I get one action under the water,
Right.
and then on my next action, if I'm not out of the water, I'd pass out.
Right, minimum of 1 round, so
Yeah.
yeah. Or at least, if not out of the water, then at least if you can pass some sort of athletics check to get your head above water.
Yeah, which normally wouldn't even be a check unless
Right.
I'm wrestling a croc
Right.
or a ghost woman.
Right. So yeah. I guess that works. That'd be fine then. Yeah. So, Constitution modifier.
Which is 3, for Silas.
Yeah. So you've been under for 1 round now.
Okay, well, either way, like, I'm gonna just assume that Kildrak knows that Silas is a tough bastard, and, he's not gonna immediately drown.
He's got big lungs.
Yeah. And, yeah, I'm gonna see if the Pipes of Haunting do anything to this spirit or not.
All right. I'm gonna roll for the Crocs first. It's a Wisdom save, right?
DC 15 Wisdom, yeah.
All right. So they got +0 Wisdom.
Damn. Okay.
These Crocs fear nothing. They're used to hanging out with a drowning spirit. Now, what is the wisdom on a drowning spirit? That is a question. They're not the most intelligent undead, so I'm just gonna give them a flat wisdom. They're kind of shitty undead.
Yay.
All right. The drowning spirit fears the supernatural power in your pipes.
Cool.
Lucas, the haunting sounds of the swamp fill your ears. Fortunately, you are immune.
What
Your
does Lucas
magic
think
rules.
about shooting at the drowning spirit? Does he think that his crossbow would be fully effective, or does he think that his fire magic would be more effective? It would do less base damage, but if he thinks it would have some sort of resistance to the arrows, the fire would be the better approach.
It seems like it's like a shimmery, translucent kind of ghost. So he has very strong reason to believe that that it would at the very least be resistant to physical disruption, and so that fire would maybe be a better choice, except for the fact that it's underwater.
Is this a campaign universe where that matters? That's
Yeah.
not a standard rule. That's something that is world to world.
I always thought that fire magic had like half power underwater.
In that case, we'll call that a 17 with the crossbow.
Okay.
I think it depends on one version because I remember reading in 3.5 at least that a firebolt underwater basically took the form of like a ball of steam that exploded, but it didn't do less damage. But that was 3.5. I don't know if it's changed since then.
Yeah. I don't know.
As I understand
I find a flaming projectile like a firebolt spell. Like maybe a fireball spell cast underwater would be fully effective, but I feel like the firebolt, that like if a player was like, oh, they're shooting fire at us, I'll dive in the water, and then I said, nope, fire magic is fully effective, that you would call me out on that.
Again, as I understand it, it's supposed to vary from setting to setting. It's supposed to be something like in some settings that would make a lot of sense, particularly in something like a Greyhawk where magic is very sort of like that. But if you were in, say, Eberron, the idea that a wand slinger might have an easier time shooting into water would make a lot of sense. I respect the decision for this world that water does stop fire.
Mm-hmm.
So I could take like 6 damage or 5.
Yeah, the specifically the spell that was mentioned was fireball. So,
Mm-hmm. Okay, so your bolt strikes the spirit. It's wrapped around Silas. Fortunately, hitting it and not like Silas, who it is wrapped around. And as your bolt strikes it, the apparition dissipates, ceasing to be.
All right. Cool.
They're one hit die one hit die creatures, drowning spirits. They're only dangerous because they have crocodile friends. So Silas, your girlfriend is dead.
It's probably for the best. Well, she was dead when you met him, so that's not a big shock.
Oh wait, sorry. It's actually Ix's turn.
Oh, never mind then.
Ixa, Silas is still underwater, and there are crocs around him.
Right,
There
there's
were
just 2
3
left
crocs,
now.
but now there's like 2 and 2 halves.
two a head and a body.
Yes, but there are 2 still quite alive.
Alright, this sucks because I know Javelin's not enough to really matter, but I'm not sure I'm brave enough to have X actually jump into the water.
You lose your paladin status if you're not brave enough.
She has plenty of HP, it's just the whole death roll thing really sucks, but...
Throw a javelin.
Yeah, why not? What was the lighting? Was it overcast?
Yeah, can you not hear the rain? It's raining today, so you have no problem seeing.
Actually, I can't since I got my headphones plugged into my phone instead of the computer, but...
Ah.
Okay.
Then, yes.
And 5 damage.
Okay. Your javelin hits one of the crocs in the tail. I'm just going to assume croc 2. And you hurt it, but it don't die.
No surprise.
Silas, you're in you come to your senses and are in quite a strange predicament.
Yeah, I think the main goal is going to be to climb back up in the canoe.
Okay. Give me an athletics check. I think you can only fail this on a natural 1.
But Silas, she's gone. What's the point?
Silas hefts themselves out of the water into the canoe.
Yep. We'll find someone else.
Want to get revenge?
Wait, on who? Who was it again? Who threw the fireball? Because I was just sitting back down when it happened. Who killed the drowning spirit?
There was no fire. There was briefly going to be fire, but then there was a ruling on fire, and it was a crossbow bolt from Lucas.
Oh, okay, all right. No, I don't. I'm not going to take revenge on Lucas.
Croc 2 attacks Bort since Bort is closest to it. Bort gets crit.
Oh boy.
It happens like this every time.
Goodbye, everybody.
You've probably got enough hit points now to not worry about spontaneous death from a single crit.
Yeah, it's only the
Only
death
10
roll.
damage. Rolling for random hit location. Yeah. So, Croc 2 actually dives under the water, and then Bort feels terrible pain in his left leg. As he knows there is a croc on his left leg now that is cleverly hidden under the water. Meanwhile, Croc 1 jumps out of the water trying to snap at Silas. Ineffectually. Filsticker.
Oh. All right. So one croc hopped up and the other one went down, so I can only see one.
Yes.
Damn.
If only your swamp eye was fully functional.
Yeah.
See,
Instead, I have to waste an action to tear it out and throw it in the water so I can see it. But that'll take too long. I'll shoot the one I can see with an Eldritch Blast.
Alright.
Hopefully its inherent swampness doesn't make it immune.
It definitely does not. That is another crit.
Yay.
Okay, please describe how your swamp energy kills this crocodile.
Alright. Filsticker fires his swampy power toward this creature's head, hoping to miss the heart where all the blood is. Nailing it in the head, and all the mushrooms intrude on its brain, and the brains pop out of its eye sockets with the eyes. And they're now floating in the water, and the croc is dead.
Cool.
Steal its arm.
Yeah, no, it's dead already. I don't want to scalp crocodile arm. Like some partially undead idiot.
Corinder. There is one croc left. It is under the water and attached to Bort's leg. You can only barely make out the shape of it through the water, but with its thrashing, you can see it. Although it is in heavy cover.
Okay.
Fortunately, you can ignore that.
All right. And I'm gonna go ahead and declare that as my prey.
Okay. That's a bonus action. So, right?
Yep.
So.
It's a bonus action.
So Corinder points at the croc on Bort's leg. And then a 21 hits. For all of its hit points plus 5.
Damn, son.
So as Bort is beginning to consider, oh, there's a croc on my leg, it then immediately loosens and floats, and the body floats up with an arrow sticking out of its eye.
Good shot.
Oh, thank you.
So there are no more signs of drowning spirits in the area, and the crocs are dead.
How delightful.
Yeah, Silas helps Bort up back into the canoe.
There are probably big ass bite marks all up his leg, but he is fine. Kind of.
They can both
Lucas
sniff
will
their
offer
out.
him the. He'll give him a choice. He could have the small potion now, or if he wants to wait, he could have the big potion over dinner. just in case, because Lucas doesn't know we get one encounter a day, so you'd want to conserve some.
Oh no, it's like that marshmallow test. This will say a lot about your future, Bort.
I will. I'll. Bort's okay. He'll survive for now. He can save the potion for when he actually really needs it.
All right.
Okay. Do any of us still skin things?
Uh,
That
Just
it fools
throw
anyone
it.
else?
Throws a rope or something around one of them and just drags it near the boat so we can take it to our campsite.
We've still got the salt, so we could just rub salt on them.
I think if none of us is proficient in how to skin this thing, we should probably not. But
Oh well, it all depends. I mean,
We-
like I'm proficient with leatherworking.
It would be like skinning it. I think would probably be something you could cover with a survival roll.
Leatherworking should probably also cover it. Let's be
Yeah.
honest.
A dex-based leatherworking roll, yeah.
alright, then yeah, let's take one.
Yeah.
We can put it in the empty canoe, not this canoe, but
Let me get out my Monster Harvester handbook. So I can,
Maybe not the one that got exploded, though.
yes.
Let's take this one with the arrow in its eye. It's the least damaged.
Yeah, we could even taxidermy the head, something.
Okay. So, if you want to take the one that Quarandir that you killed with the arrow, do you want to skin it and take its hide?
Yeah.
You're gonna need a DC 10 Dex-based leatherworking roll.
Ghosticker's there too, taking all of its blood.
Okay. And oh wait, I was misreading the line for DC and value. It was DC 12, and it's the skin is worth 10 gold if you get it back to Clink.
alright, I will add it to the list of loot.
And so he skins one of them. Filsticker, are you going to do anything with one of the other ones?
Well, since he's skinning that one, is that involves like hanging it up, right?
Mm-hmm.
Then that would be conducive to getting the blood out of it at the same time.
Okay, so you're going to take the blood from that one. So, when you make camp that night and Quarandir sets to work on skinning this croc, Filsticker is collecting its blood in... What are you collecting it in?
A water skin.
Alright, so he's got a water skin, and he's, like, collecting the blood as you're butchering this croc.
What are you doing?
Oh, just collecting some blood, don't mind me. You know how magic works.
What?
Luckily, Quarandir's easy to talk over, so Filsticker just says that and then leaves again with the blood.
Lucas doesn't bother him. He assumes this is for sausage making or something.
No, to save us all, you fool.
Speaking of, you have a bunch of crocodile meat there. Does anyone have like want to attempt to preserve any of that?
I guess Bort I think is carrying the salt we recovered.
Mm-hmm.
Or someone is, so he will like just put salt all over the meat, because might as well keep it. It's food.
All right. I'll just go ahead and say that that'll you won't have to worry about food tomorrow. Um,
But we will anyway, because why not?
We might get water.
So okay, so you set up camp. Oh, actually, I guess this is a noteworthy location. So, as evening approaches, Raul Kandrug, Mama's sons, greet you and ask if you've got more business for Mama.
No, perhaps on the way back, but we're just on our way out for another expedition today.
Very sure I can let you set up camp on the shore. And then all of that conversation with the blood and the croc happened. Yeah, so you've set up camp there. Bort, I need you to make a Constitution save with advantage from drinking swamp water all day.
Fun.
Hey, you're fine. What
Extremely.
do people even have a problem with this? You feel great. Quarandir, unfortunately the miasma has chosen you. You need a con save.
Oh, that's not good.
That doesn't sound good. Let's see. Uh-oh. So you got a 6. Alright.
And dwarves don't get any sort of advantage against disease, just poison.
Yeah, just poison.
Dang.
Yeah. So, Quarandir, you get kind of like an itch on your arm, and you'd been kind of like ignoring it through most of the day. But by evening, you look down, and there's like a little patch of moss growing on your arm.
What? Oh, wow. What is this? So it's moss. This looks like moss. Is this moss? I start showing to someone else. Like, does this look like moss?
Yes.
Philsticker,
he's the
you
expert
get to
on
roll
this one.
nature. You get to roll nature here.
Maybe he doesn't move enough.
Okay, Philsticker. I'm going to PM you, Sala. I'm going to PM you what the disease is. You can, because you know that, and you can tell. You can tell Corandir.
Hmm.
So I sent it to you on Discord. You have received it.
Yeah. Oh no. Yeah, you've got the skin moss. Oh, this isn't good. But it's not too terrible. I mean, as long as you keep it moist, your skin won't fall off.
What? Like,
Yeah.
How do I get rid of it?
Well, we'd have to get an herb from the scumboggles. Luckily, I have plenty of cheese. So we just have to get lucky and run into some scumboggles. Just keep it moist. Hopefully it won't spread too much. He measures it.
It's small now. It's just like, um, like an inch in diameter or so on it, like the size of like a dollar coin on his arm.
Alright, how rapidly does he expect this to spread?
It's going to initially it's going to spread pretty rapidly. It'll slow down after a bit, but he's gonna have a mossy arm before too long.
Well, hopefully it won't take too long, because eventually you're going to be a moss man.
That doesn't sound good.
But I mean, you can live a full, healthy life as a moss man. It's not, It'll be okay. He pats him on the shoulder. But for now, you should go show Lucas. I'm sure he'd be interested.
Lucas does indeed record it at length in his journal, along with the rest of that, a quick illustration.
And the claim that some people live their whole lives in the swamp, covered in moss. That most people think they're monsters, but they're not. They're just moss people.
This is probably true, and maybe why the people wrap themselves up so they don't get the skin moss.
Could be.
According to
Derek, while we're here, do you intend to speak with Mama?
She's just a witch, right? She doesn't look haggish, right?
Well, I can't make any promises.
I don't know. I mean, look at that leg over there. It's bone.
That is true. We
And
could
look at
make a
Bort,
diversion to see the village of the Faceless Ones. It shouldn't be too far out of our way.
Bort's just drinking swamp water and.
Right, Faceless Ones it is.
No, scumboggles.
Filsticker, I have the feeling that they're ignoring you.
That's okay. He'll just become a moss man.
Well, we're not ignoring that, but he didn't really provide a path forward.
No, we just wander around until we see some scum.
So
we could go to the nose, I guess. I don't know.
So we head to the southeast to go see the Oracle, right? Yeah. That's why we want to go there.
In any event, unless this situation gets worse rapidly, the plan is to continue on course, but take a detour before we go to Sally's place, to the village of the Faceless Ones, which should only add an extra day to our trip.
Well, I mean, it's only an herb we need. It's possible that Mama might have some. I mean, we've seen her making a potion.
What is the name of the herb?
Oh god, what's the name of the herb?
I don't know if the data doesn't tell me.
Okay. No one's named it yet.
Boggleweed.
It might be very difficult to ask for.
Bogglewort.
Okay.
Well, Garandir, would you like to ask Mama if she sells any
Low-lying, flaky plant. Grows in unusually mossless patches on the ground.
Reluctantly, I go ask Mama.
So, you knock on Mama's door, and come in. Do you need something?
So I was told that there's a chance you might have this herb. It's like bogglewort or something like that.
Bogglewort. She looks at you. You have the skin moss, eh? Well, I think I'm out. Let me check. She goes and goes into her stores and says, I am afraid that I am out at the moment. I can tell you where you can find some.
Mm-hmm.
There is to the northwest. There is a little cave, and large number of scumboggles live there. I have gathered the bogglewort from their areas, their playgrounds before. You can find some there.
All right. Thank you.
Yes. Do you know what it is you're looking for? You know what it looks like?
Nope.
She describes how Phil Sticker described before.
All right. Got it. Thank you.
You're welcome.
And then I like awkwardly like go out because I'm like uncomfortable in her place. I'm like, I don't want to be in here.
Yes. Yes. It's all right. You sleep. Short rest. If anyone wants to spend hit dice or anything like that, you can.
Have the potion before we sleep, eh?
I mean, I could just spend a hit die.
I'll just get the potion back in the morning, so.
Okay, I'll drink the potion. That more than heals me.
All right.
Yep. The swamp is alive with alchemical materials. Lucas is able to keep the potions flowing.
Yes. So, yes. Morning comes. It's a clear day. And, what's the plan? Is there a change in plans?
We don't have a specific location on the boggle, whatever, do we?
Yes.
Could we mark it on the map?
I'm doing so right now.
Wonderful.
So yeah. So maybe
Scumboggle Cave.
We should have enough time to go up here, map that, go to here, and not be too far off schedule. But if we have to make any other delays, we'll have to cut out mapping this hex too.
Wait, yeah, just to clarify, where were we going ultimately again?
So this is just a loop. We're killing the Catoblepaths and making our way back in time for the official response to the tsunami of undead.
Okay, alright. Are we sure we should try to kill the Catoblepaths?
Yes,
Alright then. Okay.
Womp demands it.
it's a monster and I must slay it.
That's fair.
Okay. So the plan is to go up to the Scumboggle Cave?
It sounds like it.
That's the plan for today? Okay, cool. So let's take a 5-minute break, and then we'll do that. All right?
All right.
All right. Take 5.
Okay.
And we're back. So, heading out from Mama's house, it's an easy voyage. Is someone going to attempt to forage for water along the way?
I can do that. Just a second. No.
So, no new water. But follow Mama's directions, and Silas, Silas and Kildrak, and Ixa and Bort. Give me perception checks. Okay, Silas, you see them first, and stop the others before they get any closer. Up ahead of you, there's a hidden under the water. There's a Scumboggle ambush.
Oh, okay.
Oh boy.
It scumboggles the mind.
Oh my god. But yeah, Silas will stop the boats, keep a fair distance, point them out to Bort first, and tell him to tell it back to Lucas and then Phil Sticker.
Alright, I will relay.
Drat, we ought to have bought more cheese. My mind.
Silas, you start counting the spears, and you count at least 14 of them.
Do we have enough
Stretching my
cheese?
cheese supply to the limit. I really hope they like this maggot cheese.
So, you see, Silas, you see them waiting in ambush up ahead. What does the party do?
Yeah, well, I assume we can send Phil Sticker ahead and maybe on his own in a boat.
Sure.
Or I don't know, maybe the one with Lucas too. I don't know if we want to move people between boats now, but just have him go up and give them the cheese if we have enough.
Yeah, I got enough cheese for 14 scumboggle.
Good.
I'm glad you carry. I'm glad you were properly prepared to explore.
I
the
need to go
swamp.
buy more cheese
So,
again. I need a cheese barrel.
just need one barrel that is dedicated to cheese. So I guess you guys are moving up.
Oh no,
Phil Sticker in the front.
Lucas. I think they were just sending me.
You were just talking about not doing that.
Like, do we have the cheese to make this plan work diplomatically, or are we going in guns blazing?
There are 14 scumboggles, he said. I have 15 pieces of cheese.
Oh, good.
All right.
So I can deal with up to one additional scumbog.
What we should consider doing is, well, I guess we take this risk.
Well, no, I was trying to think about that. Felsticker would probably be safest if he, like, maybe didn't have all the cheese, because I think what he would like to do is offer to trade them this huge sack of cheese for some bogglewort, because hopefully they know what that is.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, surely they do. They speak Sylvan. That's one of those insane languages that's just born into your soul if you're a spirit, right?
Yes.
Yeah, so they totally know.
Mm-hmm.
He'd
They
say
at
it
least
meant
they at
there's
least
only
know
one
the
thing
name.
that
They at least know the Sylvan name for every plant in the swamp.
Yeah, how perfect.
So okay, so Phil Sticker and Lucas's boat goes forward with Phil Sticker in the front, I assume.
Yeah.
The scumboggles are still under the water. You see their spear ambush up ahead of you. You're just out of reach.
And Filster chucks one piece of cheese into their reach.
And their ambush breaks as they 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 splash about, and several of them become visible as those nearest dive for the cheese, and some of the ones in the back like pop up to see what's going on, and they're excitedly cooing cheese in Sylvan, and two of them like break the piece in half as they're fighting over it, and they each start scarfing it down.
Perfect. My power is great. Filster says to them in Sylvan. I was about to say in Filster. Scumboggles! Scumboggles, I will give you more cheese in exchange for a piece of bogglewort.
Cheese. They get excited.
Bring me bogglewort and I'll give you cheese.
No, but one of them says no, we don't need cheese. Need and and he points at Filsticker. Says, need blood. Robin need blood.
Blood?
Robin needs blood.
God damn it. Does it matter what kind? He holds up a water skin. I've got some blood right here, too! Got all kinds of shit here. Do you need a skull?
Robin Redcap need blood, and we take it from you, or he take it from us.
Fine, I'll give you this blood here. It's full of blood. Just take it.
This one slightly smarter than the other scumboggles comes forward and takes your water skin full of crocodile blood, and he tests it and says, wet blood. Yes.
Yeah.
Robin won't have to kill one of us now.
Great. Now bring me some bogglewort and I'll give you some cheese. I have a single track mind.
Bogglewort for cheese. Okay. And they splash off away from the ambush site.
Aha, now that it's abandoned, we can destroy the ambush.
The ambush has been successfully defused.
Well, I dare say I'd have never thought that would come in so handy.
Aha, you see, I was looking ahead, I claim. Apparently there's a... does Filster have any clue what a redcap is? Like, I assume that's not a swamp thing. But right, it is a fairy thing, and he is a goddamn fairy.
Yeah, it's a fairy thing, so very likely you have a pretty good idea what a redcap is.
Yeah.
It's a fairy born when someone commits a horrible murder near the Feywild.
Is it identical to Bone Crusher?
It's much smaller than Bone Crusher.
Oh.
Wears heavy iron boots and small. It's like goblin-sized, but like a human man. Um, it's like a very old human man who's shrunk down to goblin size, and has like a big evil sickle and a hat that has to be soaked in blood at least every 3 days.
Are they extremely scary?
Um, Philsticker would not want to fight one by himself, but if he had his entire party of friends behind him, he's not. It's not so scary that he would be like, oh, we can't fight that. He would be like, no,
Okay.
if we applied like maximum firepower on it, it would die.
Oh, okay.
But if he were by himself, he would be like, oh, that could kill me.
Now Philsticker's thinking, shit, should I hope the scum boggles and offer to kill Robin? Well, he just voices it out loud. They told me that they are being preyed upon by a redcap who demands they bring it blood or else it'll take their blood.
Does anyone have anything to say to that?
No!
Lucas is puzzled and asks him to talk him through that one more time.
Oh, okay. Apparently a redcap is bullying all of the scumboggles,
Yes.
demanding that they bring it blood, you know,
Yeah.
to soak its little hat in.
Is that normal?
Yeah, that's what they do. And
Uh,
if they don't, it will take its blood from them.
oh, well, that makes sense then. Ought we perhaps have killed this red cap for them?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking exactly.
Is it nearby?
Maybe we wouldn't need so much cheese. Let's just ask them when they come back.
Yes. Well, let's focus on gathering what we need then.
So, yeah, 15 minutes pass. And the scumboggles start coming back, like one or two at a time with fists full of bogglewort.
And to each scumboggle, he gives a hunk of cheese in return.
And the scumboggles seem very happy with this trade. And
Experimentally, when one comes that's not surrounded by others, he gives it some maggot cheese. As in one that's not closely followed by another scumboggle. Just to make sure.
Right. It seems happy and doesn't seem to notice the difference between the purring maggot cheese and actual cheese.
Oh, perfect. We'll be able to make Quarandir his bogglewort suit.
But yes, so before long, they've basically all returned with some bogglewort for you, and you have a nice little pile there, more than enough to cure Quarandir.
Fantastic.
That's good. Do we think we can? Does anyone know how to herbalist kit? It might be good to keep some of this in our back pocket.
Yeah, I'll work on it.
I think I have one too, actually. Yeah.
Did
You know,
get
really,
proficiency
as much
with
as
it?
we can carry.
Yeah, well, he said it was a nice little pile, so I assume that it isn't, too much just to keep in the boat.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, you can it, especially once you like, dry it out, preserve it. You should, with like a herbalist kit roll, you can totally store some.
What is it called again, and how many doses are we keeping? I'm gonna record it.
Bogglewort.
It is called Bogglewort, and you managed to get enough for 5 doses.
And does that include the dose that we're using immediately?
Yes, that does include the dose that you're going to have to use on Quarandir, so you'll have 4 extra.
4 doses of Bogglewort added.
Oh, sorry, Quarandir.
Oh, this works out.
So, Phil Sticker, I believe you are proficient in herbalist tools.
Yeah, Silas might be too.
Okay. Then whichever
Yes,
one of you are better with that may roll that to apply a dose of the Bogglewort to Quarandir's skin moss.
I've got a 3. How are you, Silas?
I have a 4.
Silas somehow displays his greater understanding of herbs.
Somehow. Yeah.
Like, Philsticker pulls out his herbalism kit and he has to, like, dig a mushroom out of it and throw it in the swamp, and Silas is in good shape.
Yeah. I'll use inspiration on this because I have it and might as well.
Cool. All right.
Maybe good I did.
All right. So yeah, Silas, you go and you create like a little poultice of mixed up with Bogglewort, and you you apply it to the Quarandir's skin moss, and tell him to leave it there for the rest of the day. To leave it there for 24 hours, and or at least until tomorrow morning, and that it should treat.
Just until the moss falls off.
Yeah, until it falls off on its own, and he should be fine.
Cool.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
So, Phil Sticker, if you wanted to ask the Scumboggles anything more, there's several. Yeah, sitting around still talking.
While he's doing that, he tries to recognize which one was the smart-seeming one.
It's there.
It's there. Oh, okay, good. Does it have a hat or something? He asks it.
It will after you kill the Redcap.
I don't get to keep. Okay, right. I've already got a hat. So he says, "So, where is this Robin?"
Robin Redcap. He came to our cave and he killed one of us, and he said he lives in our cave now.
Oh, well, that's a shame. Do you think maybe you all could, get the other scumboggles and not be in the cave for the next day or so, and maybe we could go pay Robin a visit?
You don't want to visit Robin.
And murder him. I'm talking about killing him.
Oh, why didn't you say so?
I don't know.
Yes, we would like that very much.
Okay.
We'll give you lots of Bogglewort if you do.
Oh no, we don't need any more Bogglewort.
Oh.
Give us like a Scumboggle badge or something.
I don't know what a badge is.
Right, there's no Sylvan word for badge. I don't know, make us like a Scumboggle headdress or something, please.
Okay.
Okay,
We will
thank
make you a hat.
Yeah, that's what I want.
And you will kill Robin Redcap?
Yes, we're going to go kill Robin.
Okay.
Now
I'll tell you how to get to the cave now.
Okay, but now the hat has to be something the other scumbuggles recognize as a mark of honor among the scumbuggles.
Of course. Make
All right,
a
great.
great
Yeah.
hat.
Okay. He gives Lucas the thumbs up.
Did you get permission for us to spend an extra day here mapping?
Oh. Also, we'll need to stay here an extra day, hopefully unmolested by you and your friends, because we're drawing a great picture of everything here. It's very important to us.
That's cool. If you kill Robin Redcap, then we'll never bother you. We won't mess with you. Nothing.
All right, great. All right, yeah, give me those instructions.
And he gives you swamp directions. Go to the dead tree. Turn left. Go. Yeah.
Rotate
Gives
in
you
circles. Yeah.
Spin in a circle 3 times. Um. Jump to the left, and then straight on till morning.
Wait until it rains, because if it's not raining, you won't find it. Yeah.
Fortunately, the cave is not in the Feywild, so you don't have to do anything crazy to get to it. But he gives you directions. And it's not too far from here. You can get there in a short amount of time.
Oh,
You can get there
fantastic.
today if you wish.
All right. Great. All right, thanks. We'll go pay Robin a visit, by which I mean murder him.
The scumboggles laugh mischievously.
Yes.
They like this plan.
Felstiker's in front of you, and the scumbuckles are all giggling along with him.
And all right.
Oh, good. They say that
He points at the rest of you as they're all giggling and says, "My friends and I will go kill him." But all you understand is him saying something nonsensical and pointing at you, and they're all giggling, and he's giggling.
Lucas is suitably uncomfortable but polite, making positive comment about how laughter is good for bringing communities together.
Yes. Okay. They told me where the cave is. They said they'll all go the hell away for a day or two. They said they won't eat us.
Well, it seems like we'd be doing the community a lot of good if we eliminated a mercenary market dealing in sentient blood. I think we should definitely do this for the scumbuckles. Do you all think so too?
Yeah, don't think Excel will argue with that too much.
No, it sounds like something we should do.
Yeah. Let's do this.
All right. So, following the directions Filstiker has relayed to you from the scumboggles, it doesn't take you very much longer before you come to an island in the swamp, a hill that kind of juts up quite a ways, and in the side of which there is a dark cave. You can see there's very little moss on this island, and you see that there is you can see where some bogglewort grows. This is clearly the scumboggle cave.
Hey, plenty of bogglewort. They said they'd give me all the bogglewort we wanted if we killed him. I was like, no, I don't want any bogglewort.
Oh, that's a shame.
Babbling
Would have been able
humor.
to sell some. Mama was out.
No,
In any
let's
event,
just take it. Let's just take it while we're here.
if you think that would be an appropriate action, I suppose we'll need to proceed on foot from here.
Yes, you'll have to dock the boat and proceed into the cave on foot.
Right, I'll leave Balearica to guard the supplies.
So,
The empty cheese sack safe.
well, you know those scumboggles are gonna. One of them's gonna be looking through your stuff for your cheese later.
Yeah. So I'm carrying my rations with me.
Well, most of our rations are in these barrels. We can't carry it all with us.
Yeah, just my two. My two emergency rations for when I'm gonna die anyway, but I at least want to eat for a little while.
It's all right. You all pile out of your boats, and you've got a cave in front of you. What's your marching order going into the cave going to be like? The cave is dark. You won't be able to see
Is
once
it,
you go more than a little ways in.
Is it one abreast or two abreast or what?
It seems to vary, but there are places where it is only one abreast. So you're going to need a single file marching order.
Is it bright enough for dwarves to see?
Do not dwarves have dark vision?
I don't think so.
Dwarves
I
do
have
have dark vision.
Oh,
Yeah, they got
okay.
buffed in this.
Well, Lucas has a light
Dark-
spell because
Dark
he's,
vision.
he's a human, and thus I think the only member of the party without dark vision. But
Silas is some kind of human-like entity, isn't he?
He's a human. Just a
I
tough
keep looking at that picture. And it doesn't scream human at me somehow.
Two of you are
But,
useless.
all right,
Bort
so I'll
is
carry
going-
it.
Mort is going to go far enough ahead that he is not actually illuminated by the light on the off chance that that's actually a useful thing.
So Bort's going to be way in the front.
Yeah.
Does Filsticker know if Redcaps can see in the dark?
Why don't you roll?
Because either
Like
way, he's just
Arcana.
gonna tell. Well, either way, he's just gonna tell Bort that Redcaps can see in the dark. You idiot! Just because he doesn't want him to go ahead and get murdered.
Look, I could survive for 2 turns while you guys come up behind me.
However, he would probably know the truth because that was a good Arcana roll.
Yes, they have 60 feet of dark vision.
They have wonderful dark vision. God damn it!
Duly noted. Then I will go ahead of the rest of the party, but not that far ahead. I'll go somewhat ahead. I guess at the border of the where it goes from normal light to low light. However far that is. Assuming low light is still a thing in this edition.
Low light is not a thing, I don't believe. I think like everyone just got dark vision or nothing. Could be wrong. But
What, they don't have the 2 different ranges though?
oh yeah, there's like a 60 feet and 120 feet.
Yeah, I'll be standing at the edge of that.
Filsticker will be behind either
So what, you're
Silas
gonna
or
be 60
Kildrak,
feet ahead?
whoever's more in the front.
Is that what you're saying?
Repeat that?
I don't understand what you're saying. You're going to be 60 feet ahead?
Yeah, I'm gonna be standing like at where the border between the normal light and the low light is.
Oh, okay. I thought you were asking about visions types, not illumination levels.
No illumination level. I'm gonna be standing at the border
Okay.
of the one illumination level and the other.
All right. I don't know what that is. I don't know how much a light spell does. But all right.
Hold on, I've got that written down. I will pump that out. I don't have the formal write-up, but it's 20 feet.
That's what I thought. Yeah. It's okay. So you're about 20 feet ahead of Lucas. One square in front of Silas. So where's Kildrak?
I don't know. Probably. I would say probably like behind Silas.
Okay.
All right, so that puts Board up at the range. No one else can be in front of Lucas and still be in the light. We could move Filsticker, though. I would also recommend very strongly that only 3 people be in front of Lucas, because the light's 20 feet, and we don't want Bort to be in the light, but the thing in front of Bort to be giving us disadvantage to attack it because it's in the dark. We want the light to cover the square in front of our front line.
Mm-hmm.
So
Um,
either Bort, Silas, Kildrak, or Filsticker should move.
I mean, I can move, but like, my best offensive stuff is generally melee. Still, I could.
Filsticker
I think
seems
you
like the
should
person
stay.
to move. There's not really a good reason for him not to just stand right behind Lucas.
Okay.
Yeah. So that. And Spilkter is also here.
That way, we have light just beyond the radius of the party, just in front of Bort and behind Corandir, so we can see people who are at melee with us. Will do.
Mm-hmm. All right. So, the party enters the cave. The floor here is here at the entrance is wet. There's puddles of water collected from the humid swamp. And you make your way in. It quickly becomes pitch black, save or would be if not for Lucas's light spell. You make your way in through a very narrow crevice where you have to kind of go sideways to fit yourself through. And here you come to what's clearly some sort of scumboggle sleeping pit. Filsticker, you're familiar with these. You've been in them before.
Yes.
But there's a collection of junk, but like things scumboggles have found that they think are cool, or just different. But like a lot of human-made imperial junk. Nothing valuable. And um, and like bones from meals, and there's bones, and there's like furs that have been preserved. It's um it's not exactly nice, but scumboggles are smart enough not to shit where they eat, so you know it's not horrendously gross or anything like that. And the cave keeps going deeper.
Gotta be somewhere.
And as you as you proceed deeper, You hear a voice echo through the cave. I'm Robin Redcap, and this is my cave. You're not scumboggles. What are you doing here?
Oh, he says his name whenever he speaks.
Hello? Hello, who's there?
I am
Do you
Robin
mind
Redcap.
if we step inside? I can't quite make you out.
If Robin Redcap wanted you to see him, Robin Redcap would make himself seen.
Oh, that's very unfortunate. I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
I hear six men. Why have you come? Come for my hat, haven't you? You can't have it.
What does your hat do?
It's mine. It's red.
If I had it, what could I do with it?
Kill me with it.
Oh. Do we want to kill you?
Why else would you come here?
That's a very good point.
Roll initiative.
You haven't seen him yet.
Yeah, that's true.
I think we're continuing on into the cave then.
He might be invisible or something.
Bort, give me a perception check.
Oh boy. That could have been worse.
It could have been worse. Bort, as you're going farther into as you're about to go farther into the cave, and you've gone past like where the scumboggles are, you see a tripwire on the ground.
Bort will very subtly signal to the rest of the group that they should slow down and watch out and make a slightly less subtle gesture of stepping over the tripwire, just to make sure everyone knows that the tripwire is there and that they should step over it.
Is everyone going to step over the tripwire and continue on?
Follow it with the eyes and
Yeah.
try to see what it's hooked up to.
That sounds like a good idea.
Yeah.
All right. Tilsticker, you have dark vision, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Well, you follow it up and up in what would be the dark recesses of the cave to for human eyes. But you know, all of you can make out that there is a crude fire trap rigged to this line. If you'd pulled this, it would have doused you with oil and set you on fire.
It kind of feels bad for Robin Redcap, but oh well. I should betray my friends and help Robin Redcap.
You can't keep doing this with every villain, Vilsticker.
But if you betray us this time, you'll have betrayed the scumboggles.
Yes.
Oh God, you're right.
You can't betray them.
And that's important.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So, Bort, you see in the you see up ahead after the having stepped over the fire trap. You see that the cave opens up into a larger room up ahead. And you notice in the center of that room there is some sort of constructed thing. You see, there's um, like a wood. It's like a wooden man shape, like a wooden cross section, like a cross with some sort of there's with like an animal skull on top and assorted um, totem like decorations uh, in the center of the room up ahead. After the room or after the cave is going to like expand into this round room.
All right. I'm gonna presume that's our target. Shoot. I imagine that most of my weapons are steel. Would a non-weapon shovel be probably made out of iron instead? Like,
Yeah.
okay. Like, obviously there's not a significant difference, but, you know, cold iron, all that shit.
Mm-hmm.
So, with shield and shovel, and hope at he's going to wait for them to do whatever they're doing with the trap, probably dismantling it or whatever, and he is going to once they're following him again, he's going to advance and check out the structure.
All right.
I assume we're just going right past it since we know it's there. It can kill us on the way out.
All right. I just want to like know where everyone is. So,
I'm like 20 feet ahead of everyone, so
no, you're all there. So everyone's just going to have stepped over the tripwire. So the tripwire is back there. Well, stepped over it. And okay, so Bort, you're in the front. You see the structure I described before. In the room after the room expands open. What you doing?
all right. I am going to move forward cautiously and get a closer look at the thing,
Okay.
the structure.
And what are the rest of you doing?
Watching out, I assume.
I think we're maintaining formation, but only if that's not something board explicitly asked us not to do.
Yeah, so we're advancing toward the actual open cavern, aren't we?
Yeah, just more
Yeah, I mean, unless
slowly, I
Bort
think.
was very firm that we shouldn't, Lucas would have wanted to keep the formation moving up.
All
Yeah, well,
right.
like probably maintaining the distance he wanted, I would think, but besides that.
All right. So now Lucas can't see Bort. Bort disappears. Or he can see dim lighting, I guess.
He's Bort is standing on where it's still bright light. He's standing on the inside of the border. I should have specified.
Okay. But they were telling you not to do that because then they can't see what's in front of you.
Fair enough.
So they were. So I don't know. You didn't
So-
disagree
see,
when
I
they
would-
said that, so I didn't know what you were actually doing anymore.
Okay. In that case, I missed that being said. So in that case, I will be standing on the outside of the border in the dim light.
You're still in the bright light there.
Uh,
You would be 15 feet up. The square in front of you will be bright light, so people can shoot it. If you want to go a lot farther up, that's fine, but please don't be exactly 20 feet in front of Lucas.
Okay. 15 feet is then.
That would be 20 unless you're directly in front of Silas.
Sorry, I've been moving him around.
Back with the party.
Okay.
No
Well,
one else was.
all right. Well, then let's move up the formation, I guess,
Okay.
and go inspectify the structure.
All right. How close are you getting to the structure?
Uh, close enough to see into it.
Okay. So there, you're like 10 feet away. Um. So you're there, and and you're looking at it, and this structure it looks like some sort of like like super primitive totem made from like the wood looks like it's been scavenged from some so it looks like it's been shaped with it looks like it's been scavenged and repurposed, and it's like from someone's house or something or other. um and it looks like some sort of improvised pile of garbage. And as you're looking at that, Kildrak, you need to make a dexterity saving throw. DC 14.
Okay. Dexterity. Hey.
Very,
Okay.
very saving throwed.
hmm So, um, uh, no, I don't have a good free mini here uh, on Roll20. Um, oh well. So, Kildrak, right between you and Lucas, drops down from the ceiling. A short little man, like Philsticker's size, with a huge wicked sickle that looks like it should be too heavy for him to wield, but he's holding it in one hand, and he clambers to the ground with a huge impact as his big iron boots crash against the ground. He was trying to land on you, but he missed as he jumped off of the alcove. From just above the archway right above the door. And
Lucas, of course, makes a barely masculine shriek.
yes.
And begins swatting and booting at it like it was a spider.
Kildrak just kind of glowers at him, I assume, after getting a critical success on his dex save, and just says, like, aim better next time, tiny man.
Yes. And Kildrak, with that critical success on your dex save, I will say you are not surprised, but everyone else is surprised. And roll initiative.
Yay, I
Can't
actually
add a
rolled
turn
decent
to my
initiative.
drawing. Fuck it. It's a barrel now. Initiative 2020 plus. He completely whiffed his surprise.
And you're gonna have to drop me into the initiative. Apparently, I double clicked when I selected.
He's Robin Redcap is saying, "I am Robin Redcap," and then he just skips the whole like battle around, telling us, "I'm Robin Redcap."
Mm-hmm. Then at the end, he's like, "Oh yeah, and I attack."
You're supposed to wait for me to get finished.
Yes. All right, Silas, you've won the initiative.
Yes, he lifts his pike and unsurprises himself.
Yes. Bort, you turn around, and unsurprise yourself.
Cool.
Philsticker.
He surprisedly asks, "Are you robbing Redcap?"
Filsticker, or Spilkter, says, "Of course he's robbing Redcap. Who else would he be?"
I had to make sure. I'm surprised.
Ixa, you're surprised. You stop being surprised. Vorondir, same. Kildrak, you are not surprised.
That is not. I was clicked the wrong thing.
Oh, I thought you were going to stand there and just keep making fun of him.
I mean,
I'm
I'm
okay
very
with that.
tempted to, because that gives him disadvantage on attack rolls. Yeah, in fact, since he's next to Lucas, it
If he, as long,
must.
you don't know what his wisdom is, but that's if it works, that would be very good for continual survival.
Well, my other option is possibly a mobile flourish to push him in a direction, sort of like swap spots with him,
Mm.
and that would put him potentially between me and Silas. I think that, depending on his AC, that might be the better route.
It's a pretty strong tactical play, and we don't know his AC or his will save, so we can't really account for that. As a fairy, he might have a lot of either or both.
Yeah. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna whack him with my axe. If that succeeds, then I'm gonna do a mobile flourish, but we'll see.
Okay. Roll that axe attack.
Damn.
Well, 20 definitely hits.
Okay, so yeah, I'm gonna do the posted to chat.
Okay. So you spend your inspiration and get extra damage.
Not inspiration. One of my
Bardic
Oh,
inspiration.
bardic inspiration. Yeah.
Yeah.
Spend one of those. It gives me extra damage, so that should be a D6 still, I think.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But let me roll normal damage first, I guess.
Okay.
Okay. And like I said, I'm assuming I can do it. I'm gonna try and sort of just swap positions with him essentially.
Mm-hmm. I will. Oh wait. The problem is that it says you can push the target away from you.
What I was sort of imagining is, especially since it's small, essentially like as part of whacking him with the axe, sort of turn it into almost a dance move.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm gonna leave that up to you to rule on, of course, but that's what I was imagining.
I think it's cool, so I'll allow it.
Truly, negative first rule.
So you did a total of 9 damage.
10?
Sorry, I can add.
Yeah, it's not like you're a math teacher. Or
I'm mad. I like math. Boo. I know all my numbers up to 20.
Yeah. I can prove the fundamental theorem of calculus, but I can't add.
Adding tends to go away when you get into the high maths.
Yeah, you stop using it.
Yes.
Because it turns out addition is like one of those things where like they tell you, well, this is kind of how it works, but it's not actually how it works.
Yeah, that's true. So all right, so Kildrak, you you run around the Redcap and hit him in the back and push him into Silas, which is not something anyone should want to be pushed into. Lucas, you finish your less than manly scream.
Okay, that's really good.
And the Redcap is now enraged at Kildrak, because Kildrak has completely humiliated him. So it is going to unleash a flurry of wicked strikes. It's with its giant iron sickle. It has multi-attack and is going to attack you 3 times.
Oh, that's not pleasant. Yep. No. Yes.
Okay, so that's
Ow.
2 hits. So each one's doing 2d4 plus 4 slashing. So,
Oh,
Jeez.
Christ.
yeah. So total of 20 damage to Kildrak as Kildrak's blood splashes on the floor as Robin Redcap slashes into you, laughing maniacally like a crazy
You're
old
welcome,
coot.
Lucas. Mm.
Thank you.
Silas, there's this crazy old little man between you and Kildrak, and he's carving a path through Kildrak's body and
Oh, yeah,
laughing.
I'll have to do something about that. That's
Yes.
good Redcap laugh. First he rages, and yeah, and then stabs it with his pike, which is probably hard. He has to like choke up on it, in this limited space.
Surprisingly, a 14 does hit.
Oh yay! And then 2 more on top of that, I think.
2 more from the rage.
Mhm.
All right, so that's 14. So we're at 24 damage total. It's been dealt to it. Robin Redcap lets out a ah. He does not like being stabbed.
Please stop!
Bort.
Right. I am going to move up and whack Robin Redcap with the shovel.
Okay. Oh, right. Also, your ancestral protectors, Silas. So, in addition, the cave is now filled with ghosts who are
That's just what it needed.
right. Who are now surrounding the Red Cap and restricting his movements.
Yes.
Because that's just what this combat needed.
All right. So
Bort should try to whack the hat off.
I don't know what the actual damage is for a.
A shovel. I'm gonna say that that the shovel. I'm gonna say attacking with a shovel will be a strength-based attack with disadvantage. No, I guess you're just not proficient in it. Yeah,
All right.
I guess that would be how it would work. I don't know how improvised weapons work, so I'm making it up. So
I'm looking that up now.
okay.
I drew you a Robin Redcap art, Matt.
Oh, let us see. Oh, this is completely wrong. But I love it anyway. I will open it in the thing so that now the internet can see your drawing.
Improvised weapons. In many cases, an improvised weapon is similar to an actual weapon and can be treated as such. For example, a table leg is akin to a club.
Mm-hmm.
At the DM's option, a character proficient with a weapon can use a similar object as if it were that weapon and use his or her proficiency bonus. An object that bears no resemblance to a weapon deals 1d4 damage. DM assigns damage type appropriate to the object.
Mm-hmm.
That's basically it.
Yeah. I was thinking a shovel would be would probably be like 1d6, but maybe like disadvantage to hit with or something.
You can't
I
be
mean,
proficient
it's
in a shovel.
Yeah.
Would be how that would normally be handled.
Yeah. Oh, I was yeah.
I mean, it's not. The shovel's not that far away from an axe, really.
Yeah. So like there's gonna be something, and the question is whether it's just you're not proficient with it or if it's disadvantaged. But I think I would lean towards just saying you don't get your proficiency bonus, so you're just
All
like
right,
you relying on your natural strength.
cool. Does an 11 hit?
No.
Damn. I will spend an action surge to try again.
Okay.
I should have spent an inspiration too, apparently.
Yes, but a 10 does not hit for Redcap.
There's no retroactive spending of inspiration.
No.
Is there? Damn.
No.
Damnation.
Yeah. No.
Board digs a hole.
We're gonna bury you, Redcap.
Board accidentally digs a hole under Robin Redcap.
Oh no, this is much worse than I assumed!
It immediately floods.
Also, I'm Robin Redcap.
Philsticker, it's your turn.
Okay.
You don't know why Board is digging a hole.
Because he's a freak. Alright, Philsticker will, attempt Ray of Enfeeblement again on Robin Redcap.
Not bad. So you need to hit him.
He messes like crazy, I assume.
Mm-hmm. Yes. Philsticker sends out a black beam of necromancy. He's been doing it a lot lately, but he never lands it.
Spell is useful, I promise.
Seems very hard to aim, Philsticker.
Goddamn laser.
Ixa. Ixa, what you gonna do?
One moment. Alright, sorry, the red X is where he's standing now.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Okay, can Ixa get around Philsticker to get to him?
Yeah, you can run through your allies. As long as you don't stop in the same.
Yeah.
So you can.
I'm assuming this is not to combat scale, so she probably has enough movement to get there and attack.
Yes, you do.
Okay. And she will do that and swing her sword. And I don't think I need to guess what that means.
Well, a natural 1 means you miss. So yeah.
Yes. Obviously, it's too dark for the kobold.
Yes. War Under Shellbreaker.
Can I see it? See this little bugger?
It has incredible amount of cover.
Okay. I moved to be able to see him. Is there?
Hey, you can see him. He's got cover, but you can ignore it.
All right. I can see him.
Yes.
All right.
And parts of him. That's all you need.
That's all I need to be able to.
Aren't you glad you took that feat 3 times since you've used it this session?
Oh, I'm gonna go just one step more on this though. I'm claiming him as a prey for Slayer's prey.
Can you do that with sapient things? It's anything you want to kill?
It says designate one creature.
Okay, well he is a creature.
Oh.
He is a small fae.
Oh. And I'm actually gonna spend my turn doing Hunter Sense.
Okay, what's that? That's the thing where you get to learn if they have any vulnerabilities. Let's see. You immediately learn whether the creature has any damage, immunities, resistances, or vulnerabilities, and what they are. If the creature is hidden, okay. Okay. He does not have any immunities or resistances, and he is vulnerable to um, weapons made of common iron, but not those that have been forged into a proper steel.
Yeah, I
Okay.
was right. Now, if I could just hit him.
I understand.
All right. I share that information. You know, be like, use iron if you got it. And that's my turn.
Kildrak.
Um, I would really like not to be turned into a pile of organs.
Hmm.
Let's see, I'm not sure. Is he looking kind of beat up, or is he still
Um, he's bloodied.
okay?
He looks like he could take a couple more hits,
So
but
I
but
am
but not.
going
He's surrounded, and you know he's not going to last very much longer.
right.
It's
So
just a question of how much he makes you regret it first.
mhm. So let's just see if this gives him. Does restraining give him disadvantage on
Yes, or well, if he's
attacks?
restrained, then he
Yes,
can't
yes,
do
it does.
anything. Yeah.
He already does have disadvantage, though, to attack anyone but Silas. So
Right.
just consider that.
Oh, okay. Well, in that case, I'm not going to waste a spell slot. In fact, I am going to smash him with an axe.
This is a good move. That's a hit.
16. Cool. And I don't think I'm going to use any of my. Yeah, I'm good.
Okay, so that's 8 slashing.
I imagine Kildrak just kind of yells incoherently and hits him.
Incoherently, but rhythmically.
Sure.
All right. You wound him more. There's fairy blood on the ground now. Quite a bit of it.
I'm
His
assuming
eyes are
here that
red and filled with rage.
I assume here that Phil Sticker is back there muttering about getting blood from him.
I don't want this blood. It's okay. You can have it.
Lucas.
All right. Well, the situation seems to be fairly in hand. It's probably not good to spend more resources on it. And all things considered, despite the cover, Lucas is going to fire his crossbow.
Okay. Well, what do you know?
Do 4 damage.
Well, that's something.
Yep.
Alright. 6 total. Okay. Yeah. So you shoot him in the leg with the crossbow as you like poke around Kildrak, and he lets out another grunt of pain, and um and as he's surrounded and being beaten down by everyone, and the ghosts are like grabbing at him, he just tears into Silas as hard as he can.
I hate this. This is awful. Screams Robin Redcap.
What?
Robin Redcap is very upset. This isn't very fair. There's too many people here. He wasn't prepared for this.
No, he was not. His lair is not. He's not prepared to fight 7 adventurers.
He should swing his scythe in a big crazy circle and kill all of us.
Hey, one of those is, I'm pretty sure, a hit.
Yeah, one did. The last one did.
Yeah.
Ouch. That hurts. I assume it's gonna be halved, but still.
Yeah,
Slashing?
it's yeah.
Alright.
Yeah. It's not magical.
Still though. Yep.
Yeah. So he tears into Silas and gashes him, but
He bleeds, but is not as wounded as someone else might be.
yes. Everyone else would not have wanted to have been on the other end of that, but Silas holds strong.
He does
So
want
Paul
to be.
coughs up a bit of blood.
Silas, activate.
Yes. Trying to return it, he uses his spike again. It's not worth. I was considering like throwing it aside and taking out a crowbar,
Mm-hmm.
but going all Gordon Freeman on this, but I don't think it'll even out to be worth it. So
24 hits.
yep, that's 8 overall,
8 overall. Okay. So that was
up to 44.
yeah. So you strike him, and and he lets out like a much weaker, less furious, and more just exhausted, pained shout. You know he's on his last legs, and Bort, it's your turn.
Right. I guess it'd be too much of a pain in the ass to pull something else out now, so I'm just gonna keep swinging the shovel and hope that it actually hits.
No.
God damn it, Bort.
An 8 does not hit, so
Bort
Filster.
continues to dig his hole.
You'll never bury me alive. Filster.
Alright. Well,
Throw me at him. I'll kill him with my claws.
I'm gonna hit someone with this spell, and it's hopefully gonna be you.
Oh, don't hit me.
Okay.
Shoot Redcap.
Huh? Oh, no, no, you're Redcap right now.
No, I was Filter right now. That's why I said throw me at him.
Oh. Well, I've already messed up the spell.
Well, I guess you'll have to do it another time.
He tears Splicter's voice off and throws it onto Robin Redcap, so that I've been talking to Robin Redcap this whole time, and then tries to shoot him with the Ray of Enfeeblement, and misses a lot again.
So that was Ray of Enfeeblement?
Yes. The
Okay.
cave just gets so weak and pitiful. Collapses on all of us.
Redcap does, because you hit him.
Oh, okay, great.
You got 13 AC. It's slower than I would expect. I would have, but it's what Redcaps have, apparently.
Well, okay then. Oh, poor Robin, you feel so bad.
Yeah. His already weary body gets even wearier. Ixa, smite this evil creature.
I will certainly try, but I not had great success so far this session.
Well, there you do.
16.
There you do it.
I'm sorry, Robin. I know it wasn't your choice to be this way.
And let's hope 8 damage is enough.
It is. You drop him to 0 hit points. Tell us how you do it.
He's pretty small, right? So I imagine she just cleaves him in half.
I mean, you're pretty small too. You're both small-sized creatures.
That's true.
He's equal sized to you. But yeah, if you want to cleave him in half, you can cleave him in half. So you do. He falls over, and his even cut in half, he like still like tries to reach out for his weapon, and then he just the blood loss just sets in, and he goes still. And
Don't put his hat in his blood.
Robin Redcap is dead. And that's where we'll leave this session.
All right. Thank you very much for running.
Thank you for
We need
playing.
to have a funeral for Robin Redcap.
That was very fun.
So
The world forced us into this.
all right. So that's the end of the session. Anyone have any sort of like feedback or anything for me, or anything along those lines? Complaints, desires.
Good use of comic voices. Decently set up ambush. Good. Entertaining use of our player-built Scumboggle sublore, which is sort of awesome that exists. No complaints. A lot of good stuff today.
Cool. Thank you.
Right, catch you later.
Thoroughly
Bye.
enjoyed.
Yeah, it was fun.
Yep.
I am dead though.
I am too. I gotta go.
Good night.
Alright.
Yeah, same here.
Remind me about Nemesis tomorrow, Togen, to talk about it.
Okay, I'll forget, but okay.
No. Good night, though.
Good night.
See
Good night.
y'all.
When I get up tomorrow, I have to write a fucking paper.
That
That
doesn't
sounds
sound
normal.
good.